Our primary goal in events, it should be to create exceptional and memorable experiences for the people that come to them, right? And so while a large turnout is great, you want enough people there, it's really equally vital to ensure that the event delivers real value, real opportunities for engagement, and the right lasting impact. Quality, therefore, I think, should always take precedence over quantity. And yet, how often am I handed a draft agenda from a client with ideas for my wording, and I hear the words, we've got a jam packed event, or I read the words, we've got a jam packed event in store for you. I really don't think that jam packed should actually be a badge of honour. We've got to put more time into improving the attendee experience if we want the wow factor at events. Overcrowded events, overcrowded venues, which is often the case, going to make it less easy for you to get around, for the attendee to get around and have a great experience. For example, long lines, difficulty finding somewhere to sit, just inadequate access to facilities, queues, lots and lots of queues. It's going to tarnish their overall impression of the event. And all their chance to make those meaningful connections that we talk about, and the networking opportunities and so on, are just going to get lost in the shuffle at overcrowded events. They get shoved into the lunch break, or they're not kind of scheduled as standalone sessions, so people can't get to them and they don't meet the right people. And ironically, if the agenda is also packed, which is often the case, then it's actually more challenging for the attendees to engage with the speakers and the sessions and the content, because you're rushing to get to all these different sessions, and everything's a bit kind of, you can't give your full attention to something because you've got to be somewhere else next. You can't talk to that person because you've got to run across the conference hall to another one. And then you miss out on half the reasons that you go to events, because we go to events, don't we, to be educated and to make great contacts and all those kind of things. And well, I don't know about you, but I'd actually be a lot more inclined to go to an event if I knew I'm going to learn 3 vital things to help move my business forward. I'm going to meet 3 really important leads, and I'm going to meet 3 great people that I might want to collaborate with. That's going to be much more enticing to me than, come to this event, it's a bit chaotic, there's lots going on, you might meet these people, there's so much education, you could hear this bit, this, that. It's just too much, and chances of me getting everything I need are slimmer. So we need to get a balance, don't we? So what can event organisers do to get the right balance? I think it's about making everything really purposeful. So you've got to make sure that all the things that you want to happen, all the event objectives you have, will actually align with the venue you end up taking. So it is going to work for all those different things I mentioned. And also make sure you don't turn up on the day and, oh great, they've allocated different rooms from the ones you thought and they're miles away from others. Those kind of things which do still happen at events. And it's obvious, but it is still not happening as it should. We've got to sort out registration. We've got to sort out traffic flow and facilities, make them really streamlined to make the experience as smooth as possible for the attendees, and make sure they can actually get to the sessions on time, spend some time there afterwards networking and so on. I think making engage with purpose your mantra will really help, because then you are going to always be creating opportunities where people can engage and they can meet the right people and they can engage with the content. And also pay attention to what attendees had to say about their experience, for example, last year, so that you can make the necessary improvements for this year. I still can't tell you how many events that I go to where the mistakes of last year haven't been rectified. I just think quality, not quantity, should be our badge of honour.